All right. I feel like I was so vague, but I feel like a lot of us we're just I feel like a lot of us are going through something, and for a time we weren't sure if we were making progress, but I think that we'll be pleasantly surprised this week. Like, I just feel like we're the thorn in somebody else's side right now. And sometimes you put out energy, and or you set an intention, and like the hardest part is sitting on your hands and being patient and letting your magic. You know what I mean? Um, I enjoy. I enjoyed that. Is that a double entendre? I don't know. Now I gotta go look up definitions. But in any case, it just feels like the seven of air in the middle of this whole reading. It's giving. This is it. Could This is like people are just not getting away with what they thought they were getting away with, and you completely see the lack of tact, the lack of integrity. It's like so clear to you. Yeah, for some of you, I think this is either a place of business, um, work, and or like a long-standing relationship with someone, and they can't. It's almost like you can't. They can't manipulate. I hope that I hope I don't lose. It's almost like they they can't manipulate you, and so it's like you see through something. You see clearly what they're doing. You see, and so you're done. There's no reason for you to feel heavy or upset or stressed out because it's not you. So now you're at a point where you see this, and at best you're, or at worst I should, or at least I should say that the progress and the building and the creativity and the movement and the progress is really coming from a place of, oh, okay, I understand what's happening here, and I have to, it's your move now, but you don't have a lot of moves that, and you're just trying to, and this other person or entity or a situation, and when I say entity it could be job, you know what I mean, people at work, etc., right? Because we're talking, we could be speaking to balance, but we could also be speaking to another person, and I think sometimes it's another person, could be a person at work, you know. So when I say entity, I mean like a business or a job, or you know. But in any case, at the very least, you're watching them, and they're watching you watching them, and they know that they don't have a lot of moves that aren't purpose defining, you know, in the sense that it lets you know exactly, you know, like sometimes when people fight, right? And I bring this up when I talk about relationships, that when people fight, or when you have, like, say your first fight with somebody, that's an opportunity, right, to be closer, to dig deeper, and to um, expand on intimacy, right? Because now you've learned a part of that person when they're at the edge, and that, because when you're in raw emotion, it's very honest, and the way somebody is responding to you, or acting towards you, or behaving towards you, is very definitive of their purpose. So if you say have a lover, and you've been seeing each other, and you want to, you know, see if there's um, an opportunity to go the distance, you know, one of the most important things is to see how you fight, right? When we get into an argument or a disagreement, Are we fighting to understand each other, or are we fighting to hurt each other? Are we fighting to harm each other? Are we fighting to take something away that a person can't get back? You know what I mean? And why? Why the malice? Why the depth of anger here? Right? Are you really mad at me? Is it, So there's all these questions um in the way somebody fights. So if you're in some sort of back and forth with someone or something, you can define what the purpose is, and or their integrity or lack of, from the way that they fight. And at the center of this reading, as this situation seems to be wrapping up, I just heard change of heart, you know. Sometimes when you're watching somebody, you know, that modifies their behavior too. You know what I mean? And with that seven of air in the center, and the judgment, and the six of air in reverse, it's like, am I the drama? Like, yeah, motherfucker, you're the drama. You know what I mean? So you just keep doing what you're doing. And especially if you're the one in good standing in this conversation here, just keep watching, keep observing, and maybe sit on your hands and wait for them to react. Because it looks like that someone's getting found out. Someone can't move. Someone can't do anything without exposing themselves. I like it. All right, let's really quick. Okay. Ooh, bro, we got Mars energy for our planet, for our karma card, right? And it says energize, confront, force yourself to. And this was a theme for me, all right? Because there's been an ongoing theme in my life to stand up for myself. And I found that, like, I've gotten waist deep in bullshit with people, because when the time was right for me to confront and stand up for myself, I kind of just didn't have, and it wasn't that I didn't have an ego or that I was like abandoning myself. It was just kind of like I didn't care. Like, my priorities were here doing something else, and that just took valuable time and energy, I felt. But what it was doing was emboldening and empowering um, my opposition to, it's kind of like if somebody's a bully, they don't stop bullying because until you draw that line for them, until you set that boundary, until you put your foot down. And I think that the message that I was giving, when unintentionally I was saying, well, no, I got more important things to do than, you know, get down and tussle with you. I got other things to do. I don't, it doesn't, it holds no value. There's no value in winning this fight. I just want you to leave me the fuck alone, go away, And what happened was, by me ignoring that, that situation was grew, and it was like actually kind of prolonged it. So there's an energy of, even if, like, I guess if like somebody's fucking with you, it's like a fuck around and find out kind of situation here, So whatever it is, it wants you to confront it. It wants you to say, hey, I see what the fuck you're doing. What's up? So, because I have to, like, I just don't, a lot of times I just don't care. Like, I'll ignore the shit. Shit'll be dead to me. I will just not even squirrel. Okay, let's stop here and then let's read the rest of the oracles. But it's so nice that we got this. It's very telling as to what's up. But this is, sit still and let somebody make their move, because it's gonna tell on them. I just know it.